Back at home, cancer patients now have another life-saving surgical option near the River City. OSF St. Francis says their surgical oncologist, Dr. Tamara Floyd, will now perform cytoreductive and hyperthermic intraperitoneal chemotherapy surgeries in Peoria, known as HIPEC. Now, cytoreductive surgery aims to remove as much cancer as possible, while HIPEC is circulated around the abdomen and smaller tumor cells. Dr. Floyd says these procedures are especially important for those in stage 4 of the disease when there aren't a lot of other options.
Multiple other cancers such as appendix or appendiceal cancers, also colon cancers, rectal cancers, or colorectal cancers, and now with more data, stomach cancer is another option or a potential where patients may benefit from that.
Pancreatic and breast cancers can be treated by HIPEC too. Now, before this, many patients had to travel to Chicago, St. Louis, or even further for these surgical options.